Can we fire Gallant again? I am genuinely bewildered as to what he actually did here. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 19 of the regular season, where the Rangers win 7-4 over the Boston Bruins. And with that win in regulation and those 2 points, the New York Rangers, like our New York Rangers, are the top team in the National Hockey League. I am blown away at what the Rangers have done to start this season, because we're past the point now where it's 5 games, it's 10 games, even the 15 games. You're 19 games in. You're almost a quarter of the way through the season, and the Rangers haven't slowed up at all. And every criticism that I could possibly throw at the Rangers, they have either corrected. There is a very, very reasonable explanation as to why that one thing, it's never glaring issues, it's just little nitpicks. There are very obvious reasons as to why they have those. And the competition thing, this to me, more so than the Devils, more so than anyone else, this was the game I had marked. I wanted to see what they could do against the big bad Bruins, who obviously last season had a very crippling defeat in the first round of the playoffs, but before that were the toast of the NHL of all time, right? Led the league in wins all time. And now, coming into the season, are having another historic run. And to see the Rangers go up against Boston on the second night of a back-to-back, granted for both teams, but Boston got to have their starter in the game, and we had to go with Quick as the backup. I'm not saying that as, anything bad, because obviously it didn't really matter for the Rangers. They still won by 3. But to do it against the Bruins with their main guy in net is just... I'm stunned, genuinely. I did not think there was a chance the Rangers would win this game by multiple goals. I thought if the Rangers were going to win, it was going to be like a low-scoring 2-1, 3-2 type of affair, maybe even in overtime. I did not in my wildest dreams think that they would hang up 7 against Boston. The party gets started early for the Rangers in the first period. They throw it into the offensive zone for a dump and chase. The Bruins are trying to clear it out. I think it was Will Cooley with some pressure. A Bruin player coughs it up right to the stick of Nick Bonino. Moves back a little bit, doesn't just fire. A little bit of veteran grit there, knowing that he's got a split second to think about it. Fires one past Ullmark, and the Rangers take a 1-0 lead. And then, a little over halfway through the first period, the Rangers on a power play against the best penalty kill in the National Hockey League. Rangers doing what they do best, which is their defenseman. This time it was Gustafsson at the blue line, firing it towards the net. Kreider off a rebound. He's not just a net front nasty player because of him in front of the goalie. It's once you get a rebound too, tucks it on home, and the Rangers take a 2-0 lead. And at that point you think, oh man, here we go. This is going to be, oh god. The Bruins take a weird 2-on-2 rush into the offensive zone, but they had the momentum with the puck with Trent Frederic. He gets pushed back behind the net and behind the goal line, eventually fires one with a pass back just kind of in front, just going for the blue paint for anything. Trocheck's got to clear that. It's really as easy as that. That was, you gotta not be doing that. He was not looking at Coyle at all. He tucks home an easy one. The Bruins are on the board 2-1. And yeah, I kind of figured the Bruins would, play a competitive game against the Rangers. But hey, you still have the 1-goal lead. You're fine. Oh, dear God. Less than 30 seconds after it's 2-1, it's 2-2. The Bruins with pressure in the offensive zone. Morgan Geekie. Holy Lord, what a absolute rocket. That's just... Nope, no complaints. That's just Morgan Geekie, holy God, great goal, man. Sick Selly afterwards. I know it was against us. I know it was in our barn, but by God, that was just metal as hell. And the Bruins tied the game at 2 apiece. And then towards the end of the first period, the Rangers on a penalty kill. Trouba with a nice block. Kreider, who had left the zone, just trying to, make a play at the puck, and the momentum took him out of the zone. He's got a little bit of a breakaway. Trouba feeds it up to him. Breakaway for Chris Kreider. He scores his 13th of the year. He did not only get it going yesterday at 5-on-5, but by God, now he looks even better shorthanded. He could have had 5 goals in this game, legitimately, Chris Kreider. He just kept getting robbed or just not the best shots put on net. But he scores his 2nd of the game, his 13th of the year, and the Rangers retake a lead that would last less than 30 seconds into the second period. Cool. On the waning seconds of a power play, they were this close to killing it off, but David Pastrnak just throws one towards the net. It gets past Jonathan Quick, and the Bruins tie the game back up at 3 apiece. Here's the thing. Quick allowed a couple of not wonderful goals. Ullmark allowed a couple of not wonderful goals. Both goaltenders have started off very well, and Ullmark, won the Vezina last year. These are two good goaltenders. This was just a game where offense was going to reign supreme, and there was not a damn thing either team could do about it. The dam had burst wide open at this point, and it was just, you come along for the ride, have some fun, nothing matters. The goalies are saving nothing. Just throw it on net and go for rebounds. This is absolutely just fire wagon hockey, baby. It's like the 1980s up in here. Late in the second period, the Rangers on a delayed power play. They're passing it around. It's a shot fired on net by Trocheck, and a sick rebound jump by Jimmy Vesey to get on that puck and fire it home. The Rangers retake the lead at 4-3, and they are not done. Speaking of 80s trying to go to the very last second of periods, the Rangers, less than a minute to go, they take it into the offensive zone, and they are going absolutely hog wild. Credit to the Rangers and to Peter Laviolette for making it abundantly clear leads are unimportant. You cannot play this game against the Boston Bruins with any fiber of your brain on the mindset of we have a lead. No. You have got to keep pressing the gas down. If you have a 1-goal lead, keep going. 2-goal lead, keep going. You cannot let up because they will find goals. Clearly they can find goals. Look at the first 21 minutes of this game, and they don't. Eventually, Keandre Miller, missile, absurd slapper. Keandre Miller got it. His second of the year, and the Rangers take a 5-3 lead. And it's like, hey, cool, 2-goal lead. You blew a 2-goal lead in like 30 seconds, so, keep going. So now you head into the third period. The Rangers are still going to keep pressing and keep going because they understand the assignment. Really nice feed from Jimmy Vesey following a face-off in the offensive zone. Feeds Tyler Pitlick, fires it past Ullmark. The Rangers take a 6-3 lead in this game. Coyle would get another one to make it 6-4, and then Panarin with a beautiful feed from Brendan Schneider to set up the Breadman for a wide-open net. Fires one home, his 11th of the year, and the Rangers take a 7-4 lead. And that would be your game. 11 goals for the two teams against two of the best defensive teams in hockey. Against the reigning Vezina winner and Jonathan Quick, who, granted, in a backup role this season, but leads the league in quite a few categories. I mean, he's playing out of his mind this season. These are two good goaltenders, and there were 11 goals. For reference, the over-under entering play today was 5.5. They beat the over 21 minutes into the game. This was a bonkers event. Shots finished 40-31 in favor of the Rangers, and that is really aided from the first few minutes. The Rangers got like a 9-0 shot lead before Boston had anything, and then they came running back immediately with like 4 shots and 2 goals. This was fire wagon hockey. It was a fire drill from minute 1 to minute 60. And I will give the Rangers all the credit in the world. They kept going. They knew they had to keep going. They never let up, even in the waning minutes when they were up by 3, like with the last few minutes of the game. They knew that they had to keep pushing, and they did. It was everyone tonight. You had the second line looking good with Panarin and Trocheck. Lafreniere could have had like 15 goals in this game, or 15 assists. He looked great. Few players couldn't finish. The fourth line looked good. Bonino had the goal. Pitlick had the goal. Vesey had the goal. Zibanejad had an assist in this game. You had Miller getting in with the scoring. Kreider with a pair, both shorthanded and on the power play. The power play looked pretty solid against a really, really good penalty kill. The penalty kill looked pretty darn solid. They got a goal back, so even though they gave up a power play goal, it kind of negated itself. I thought the Rangers did a pretty good job defensively, even though they allowed 4 goals and 31 shots to Boston. Boston had some really, really good chances in this game, and there were some really good saves by Quick, but I also don't think the defense got walked over. This is a hell of a statement game for the New York Rangers to absolutely light up the Boston Bruins for 7 goals, the most they've allowed in any game to this point of the season. And in that game, that is to take first place away from from the Boston Bruins, and you have that game in hand on them. And the now third place Vegas Golden Knights, you are a point up and have a game on hand. I am absolutely speechless as to the turnaround this team has made in a year. losing talent in the process. The players that have stuck around deserve all the credit in the world for stepping up to be what this team desperately has needed them to be. Panarin is that $11 million superstar. Zibanejad is a top center. He's starting to really click. Kreider is that couple $1 million top line guy who can do everything you ask of him. The grinders on the fourth line are grinding away to hell and back. The defense, guys like Trouba, Miller, they look fan-freaking-tastic. Lafreniere, the kid, has stepped up big time. I know he didn't get any point, or did he get a point today? I think he had a assist. Really, this is just a testament to the entire season, and I'm going about this game because this game was just chef's kiss. And, of course, the big piece that you have to give praise to, Peter Laviolette. I'm beside myself. I am an idiot. I am a foaming at the mouth idiot. I didn't like the signing. I thought it was lukewarm. I thought it was the safe pick. And he's made me look as foolish as any athlete, coach, staff member, anyone has ever made me look in all the time I've made videos for this channel. Because a year ago on Black Friday, the Rangers got ran off the ice by the Boston Bruins. And now a Boston Bruins team, who I believe entering this game was on pace to beat their win and point record from last year, the Rangers beat the tar out of them. What a difference a year makes, and what a difference Peter Laviolette has made to this team. He deserves all of the credit in the world, all of the respect of Rangers fans, all of us dumb, stupid idiots who called it a meh signing to apologize profusely to him, and he absolutely, to this point of the season, should be the clear frontrunner for the Jack Adams. Just an unbelievable job for Peter Laviolette. And the Rangers, your first place in the National Hockey League, New York Rangers. What a sentence that is to say. Have Sunday off before coming back Monday night to take on the Buffalo Sabres. That'll be in Madison Square Garden at 7 p.m., and I'll be here afterwards to talk about it. But as for right now, that is all I have to say. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.